Good morning, South Point Church. We are back into the book of Philippians, chapter number 4. Man, we're excited to go through this book. This is an incredible book that the Apostle Paul wrote. I want to just remind the audience that when the Apostle Paul wrote this, he was actually in prison. So when you start seeing the language that he uses, it's amazing to me the joy that he maintained while he was in prison. He is writing to the church of Philippians because the church of Philippians had a special place in his heart. I served in many churches in my tenure as pastor and just as a layman in churches, but certain churches and certain seasons just are so special and so sweet. I happen to be pastoring one of the greatest churches, I believe, in America right now, and I'm just rejoicing with the folks that I get to co-labor with. The Apostle Paul is writing this with that idea in mind. He is thinking about this church, and to be honest with you, he wishes he could be with these people. So here's how he opens chapter number 4. He says, "Therefore, my brethren, dearly beloved and longed for, you are my joy and you are my crown." He begins by just letting them know how bad he wishes to be with them. The Apostle Paul planted many churches in his tenure, but for some reason, this church just meant so much to him. He had personal relationships with a lot of the people there personally, so man, he just longed to be there. If he could be anywhere on the planet, he wanted to be at the church of Philippi with these people. He said that the church of Philippi was his crown. It was his joy. That means whenever he thought of that church, it just made him smile. He felt like it was an accomplishment that he had that was just something he was going to go to the grave with. And I kind of feel that way with South Point Church. He gives instructions in the same verse. He says, "Please, church, I long to be with you. I joy for you. You're my crown. Listen, I'm not with you, but please, please, please stand fast. Stand fast in the faith. Stand fast. Don't move. The times are crazy. Doctrine is crazy. Society is crazy. Persecution is crazy. But I'm not with you. But please stand fast. Stand strong in the Lord." And boy, do we need that advice today. I'm telling you, the world is upside down, and if I had to give any advice to my church, whether we're meeting in the house or if it's coronavirus and we're separated, the words are the same. Please stand fast, no matter where you are, in the doctrines of our Savior, Jesus Christ. He goes on to say in verse number 2, and talks about two individual women that he labored with who kind of had a little bit of a fallout or a little bit of a disagreement, okay? And he encourages these two women. He says, "I beseech you," or "I challenge you, Erotus, and I challenge you, Syntyche, to be of one mind in the Lord." So there was an issue between two women, and he had the love for these two women to challenge them to come together with the same mind in the Lord. In other words, unity in the church, or unity amongst laborers of the Lord, is so critical that here he is writing from a jail cell to say, please come together. Please reconcile your differences so the unity in the gospel of Jesus Christ can move forward. Man, what an incredible challenge. You see, every verse is important, and every church goes through difficult times, and we all have disagreements, but Paul is reminding us that unity in the church is the utmost importance when it comes to furthering the gospel. South Point, man, I hope you're having a blessed day. Let me challenge you today to be excited about the body of believers God put you in. Learn to love one another in our church. Learn to have unity amongst ourselves, that it's so critical for the furtherance of the gospel. I'm telling you, South Point Church is my joy as a pastor. It is my crown as a pastor. And I love you all, and have a blessed day.